Welcome back to Let's Drink and Make Up. Today I'm making a drink called the Saturn. It is made with gin, passion fruit, Orzata, Falernum, and lemon juice. It was first invented in 1967, and the reason it has the name Saturn is because it was entered into a competition, and it was named after the Saturn V rocket that was invented that year. So, first things first, I need ice. Ice, baby. This drink was originally blended when it was first invented, but over the years, recipes change, and it is now more shaken than it is blended. So I'm just going to do the shaken version of it. It is 1.5 ounces of gin. I bought a gin that has a purple hue to it. It's made with butterfly pea blossoms, so it reacts to different pHs. Now, it's not going to react too much to this one simply because there's not a lot of pH in these mixers. If it was just tonic or just citrus, it would probably react a lot more. So first off, it's 1.5 ounces. This jigger has a nice little line on the inside where it fills up to, and I can see exactly how much I'm pouring in. Next, I'm going to do 1/2 ounce of the passion fruit. Then 1/3 ounce of both of these. They're very heavy and thick. Probably should have shaken it first. Go. Now both the Falernum and the other can both be purchased as alcoholic brain fart liqueurs, or as just mixers. These are just the mixers, so there's no extra alcohol in these. It's just the gin providing the adult content to this. When you squeeze your lemons for your 1/2 ounce of lemon juice, make sure you do it carefully because otherwise you will squeeze lemon juice on yourself. It is 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. You don't have to use a fresh squeezed lemon. You can just use lemon juice from the store. Not a big deal. And we will shake. And you can see it has a pretty yellow color, just like the planet Saturn, not Plattern Saturn. For the garnish, the traditional garnish is a lemon peel with a cherry in the center of it. I don't like cherries, and since garnishes don't really add that much to the drink as far as flavor profile, they're just pretty, I simply am going to put a strawberry in the center. I'm also going to grab another lemon because I just failed completely on that one. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm a klutz. I am a little bit clumsy. I tend to run into things, trip over my own feet, that kind of thing. So when it comes to sharp objects, I have to be very careful because otherwise I will cut myself. I'll be right back. So this peeler and I are saying adieu because, yeah. Anyway, that was case in point, I guess, because I just, yeah, did that. Ta-da! The Saturn. Now, normally the cherry would be a little smaller and the lemon would probably be a little bigger, but I stopped peeling because I peeled my finger instead. So on to the makeup. let's get this party started. So, of course, the fridge wants to join in on the party. It's making ice because I had to steal it earlier. Ow! Here we go. Oh, there we go. Do my eyebrows. Gotta make them look real. I mean, they are real, but I am having a difficult time with this video today. I have now cut myself, and I hit my knee on a cabinet earlier. But the good news is I have alcohol to dull the pain. There we go. Now, I'm trying to decide exactly what I want to do here. I have an idea, but I don't exactly know how this is going to work. I tried the silver one of this and it didn't show up on my waterline very well, so I'm going to try this one. Yeah, it's showing up pretty well. So I'll use this one, I guess. It normally doesn't tickle, but every now and then it does tickle when I do my waterline. I don't know if that ever happens to you. For those of you who don't wear makeup, I know that never happens to you. Because you would never know how that feels. Okay, so because it's Saturn and Saturn has rings, I'm going to try to do like a ring around my eye. But for that to work, I'm going to start with the black ink liner. So I want to try to do a ring around my eye. Because Saturn is yellow, I'm going to do a little bit of black to outline where I want the ring, and then I'm going to try to go back and use my yellow. So I'm using the Epic ink liner, and I'm just going to start over here and do as thin a line as I possibly can. Oh my. One of these days, I will get the hang of this thing. And then I'll have to buy a new one because this one will be out of ink. Okay. Clean up those spots. I don't know why I always try to put the lid on, but the lid doesn't fit on the back. And that was another thing I just realized. So I have this makeup and I've been expanding what I have. And I realized that baby wipes are not going to work for all of the makeup I have because some of this makeup is really difficult to get off with baby wipes. Oh my. I think this is going to be more difficult than I thought it was going to be. But I'm still going to try it. Because the worst that could happen is I look like a complete weirdo which is still true to who I am, and I'm at home so I can wipe it off and nobody gets to know except for, you know, everybody who watches this video. And then we can all laugh about it later. Hee hee. Okay, I keep looking to the side because there is a picture that I'm trying to kind of sort of follow, but not really. Can always fix this later, I guess. Okay, I'm just doing that line, one line, just so that I can follow the yellow. Holy crap. That is the best line I have ever done. Why are you going back and messing it up? Okay. Go out just a little bit. Oh. Of course, I mess it up while trying to fix it. Why fix what ain't broke? And there I go again. There I go again on my own. Oh dear. There we go. Maybe not. Hold on. Work. I say to the liner as if it's not my hands that are messing up. Here we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Then I have this one. It is yellow. Wait, focus, focus, focus. It's not focusing. Focus. It's still not focusing. It just says yellow. It's from NYX. Epic Wear. Yellow. Don't put this on your waterline either. I learned that the hard way too. I was like, I wonder, you know, if this one would look okay on my waterline. And so I tried it and it like bled into my eye. I had to fully blink for a whole minute while wiping and wiping and wiping. So do not use liquid eyeliners on your waterline. It will not work very well. Just, you know, something to remember. If you don't learn anything else from this channel, just learn that. Don't use liquid eyeliners on your waterline. Learn from my mistakes, youngins. Okay, I like that. Now I just gotta bring it around and make it like a full-on ring. That's gonna be the challenge, because I don't know exactly how to do that. It's this right here. That does not look bad. Oh dear, I blinked. How do you blink with your eyes closed? I don't know, but apparently I did it. I'm not too worried about getting a little bit on top on the lids because I will be putting eyeshadow up there, so it's not as big of a deal. But I also don't want it too thick. My eye is twitching. Oh, pretty sloppy. So we're gonna fix up that sloppy one a little bit. Which it actually doesn't look too sloppy from a distance, like at all. I don't think most people would notice. It's when I get right up that you can see it. Well, now that I've wiped it, not as much, but still. All right, continuing on. So I'm gonna go around the black line, form a point, and then point back and go down. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna go up here and follow the curve of my eye right down to there. Gotta fix that. There we go, kind of. I'll end up fixing that in the mirror off camera for a few minutes just because I'm not gonna be able to get it right while looking at the camera, I don't think. But if I take any extra steps, I will explain it. All right, point and back. I'm trying to make it even on both sides so it doesn't look weird. This is my first time actually using this as well. I've tried to use it a couple times, but I've never actually used it. I had a couple moments where I started using it and then I said, never mind, I'm having issues, and I just put it away and tried something else. Okay, I'm gonna go fix this off screen a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, so all I did is just fix up the edges a little bit because I had a lot of yellow right in the middle there and it was starting to blot a lot and spread. So I wiped it down a little bit and just fixed it. And then I tried to wipe off a little bit down here because I don't want it fully going around. I'm gonna do a couple other colors down below there. If I can, this is another makeup product that is really hard to wipe off with baby wipes. If there is a makeup wipe that you use that you really like that actually really helps with makeup, because I haven't found one that actually works a lot better than baby wipes do, but if you found one, please comment down below so that I can find it, because I am actually trying to find some products that work better with taking my makeup off. Next is the eyeshadow. I am going to do yellowish gold for the planet right above my eye, but then I'm planning on doing a little tiny like line of black and a couple extra colors on the outside just to give it a little more of a space pop, like pretty. So we're gonna try that. Sorry, I just figured if I creaked it enough, it'll stop creaking on me. Anyway. Okay, so first I'm actually gonna start with a brown. Not a dark brown, just like a lighter. It's actually going to be this one, Ramen. That's what I'm gonna be using. It's not even a brown, it's more like a beige. I'm gonna start with that one and see if that's dark enough for what I'm trying to do. I might end up going down to, or going up to Walker, down, up, whatever. On the palette, it's down. On the color intensity, I feel like it's up. Yeah, that looks very close to skin tone for me, so I think I'm gonna go up to Walker. On to the next one. Here we go. That's better, yeah. Do that right around my eye. If you've seen real pictures of Saturn, it's got a little bit of tan, yellow, some beige in there, a couple of darker spots, but it is it's very pretty, but it has that neutral color to it. So I'm trying to do a closer to true Saturn there. So I'm gonna do a full thing here of this brownish beige almost. It's brown, it's brown. Wipe all the way around the eye so it has a good circle to it. Might end up fixing up this yellow a little bit because it looks like it's getting a little overshadowed by the brown, but that's okay. The eyeshadow tends to do that, overshadow just a little bit. Then I am going to do this very shiny yellow on top of that Walker. So right here, very shiny yellow. It is called LA Vibes. I used Walker, which is right there, and then I'm going straight up to LA Vibes. And I'm just gonna put that in the center of it. I'm not gonna put it all the way across. I'm trying to keep it a little bit inside, give it a little bit of a layered look. So I'm gonna dab that on there. And I might put a little bit darker brown on the outsides as well, just to make it a little more layered. This isn't quite as shiny as I was hoping it would be, but maybe it's just, there we go. That's better actually. That's almost perfect. Of course I say it and then it's like, I'll show you. Oh, I think I got it in my eyes. This glitter definitely has a good amount of fallout. But that's all right. Now, as you can see, when I'm closer to the camera, you can see all the blemishes and the flaws from not quite perfect lines, but when I'm further away, you can't see it as much. And most people are not going to be 3 inches from your face, so they're not going to be able to see the flaws, the little tiny bits that are not perfect on makeup. So now that I have my sparkles and my base color down, I think I'm going to add that darker brown on the outside. So I'll go down one more row to the chalky brown right here. And I'm just gonna blend it in and just be a little tiny bit on the outsides. So right over here and right over here. Then again, same thing here and over here. And I'll take that Walker brown again, blend that in, blend those edges. There we go. And then again, fix the line so that it's more round with the eyeball. I actually think that looks pretty good. I'm kind of liking that, other than the not so perfect yellow line, but I'll get better at that as time goes on. Like I said, this is my first time actually using this product, and it's definitely not user error friendly because I've messed up a few times and just wiped it off. Probably also doesn't help that I'm drinking, but That's what we're here for, right? To drink and make up. Ooh, I have a sparkly brown. I think I'm gonna add that on there. So this is the Revolution palette. It's the sparkly one. I don't know if it actually has a name because I don't see a name. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that brown. Sparkles are fun. And put that right there. I like sparkly makeup. Makes me feel fancy. Maybe fancy, not the right word. Makes me feel fun. I'm a fun mom. Okay, so if I were going into work today, I'd probably just do it this way and leave it because it's very, it's cool, but it's not super overpowering. But because we're here and going crazy is fun, we're gonna go crazy. So I finished my drink, but don't worry. I actually had to redo the video at one point, so I have another one. Try getting a little more comfy on this stool so it's not creaking as much. I apologize for all that creaking in the video. I am going to take one of these makeup applicators that has the very fine tip, but I'm actually going to use the other side. It has a divot right below the cotton, so it works a lot better. It doesn't pick up quite as much makeup, and I'm able to do a better line. So I'm going to try to do a black line right above my eye makeup, right above where I stopped the eyeshadow, right eye crease, I guess. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. It's the crease of the eye, so the eye crease. Maybe we'll just do this with one eye and see how it goes. And if it goes terribly, I'll just photograph the other eye and be like, look what I did. And leave one eye happy and the other eye messed up. That might work. All right, so we've got that. There we go. And then I'm gonna add a little bit to it. Then we're gonna take this white, see if I can get it to show a little bit. And then I'm gonna do a few colors in here. Just to add some fun. I had to sharpen this pencil. I think I may have over sharpened it a little bit, but too late. That is not ideal. All right. There, kind of. I'm trying to go for a colorful outer eye here. And I'm not quite sure if I'm nailing or failing it right now. Because sometimes when I start a look, it looks really, really bad, but by the end of it, I'm like, all right, I'm actually pretty happy with that. So I'm hoping it ends up being that I go, oh wow, okay, that looks
a lot better than I thought it was gonna look. Get some green in there.
I think I way overdid it on this eye.
And that's why I only did one eye. Like this. 'Cause, yeah. Work ready. I look good. Holy cow, you're a clown.
You know, whatever. And I realized after putting this one on that I was gonna regret it because that's yet another makeup product that I have a hard time removing. I really like this side though. I think it looks great. I just wish I had a way to make it more stars, more universe. I guess that's the word I'm looking for, but I'll take this side very happily. Maybe I'll just add brown on the bottom here to connect this circle a little bit. And then I will put a little more gold on the eye line, waterline. You know what I meant. That word escapes me on a regular basis. There we go. If I had an eye patch, this would look pretty darn good. Thanks for tuning in, joining me, being silly with me, and enjoying my time. Don't drink underage. If you do drink, don't drive. And love everyone because life is too short to hate them all. See you next time.